Chapter 1. The Unexpected Storm. The sun slowly disappeared behind dark gray clouds. The wind blew stronger, making the trees sway. Under the apple tree, Max, a small, fluffy white dog, and Lucy, a golden-furred cat with bright green eyes, were resting. "It looks like it's going to rain, Lucy," Max said, looking up at the sky, his ears drooping. "You're right. We should go home," Lucy agreed, flicking her soft tail. But just then, "Cheep, cheep, someone help me," a tiny voice cried out in the wind. Max and Lucy looked up. In front of them, a tiny yellow duckling stood, shivering as the rain started to fall. "Oh dear, what are you doing here all alone?" Lucy asked in surprise. The duckling sniffled. "I'm lost. I don't know how to get home." Max and Lucy looked at each other. The sky was getting darker and the rain was falling harder. "We have to help you get home right away," Max said. Lucy nodded. "Yes, but where do you live?" The duckling whimpered. "My home is on the other side of the forest, near the big lake." Max glanced at the darkening sky. "We have to hurry before the storm gets worse." And so, their adventure in the stormy night began. Chapter 2. Through the dark forest, Max led the way. Lucy walked beside him, and the little duckling waddled behind. The wind howled through the trees, making the leaves rustle. "The rain is getting heavier," Lucy said, her fur soaking wet. "Don't worry, we'll be out of the forest soon," Max reassured her. Suddenly, crack! A tree branch broke and fell in front of them. The duckling screamed and huddled close to Max. "It's okay, we just need to go around it," Lucy said calmly. They carefully stepped past the fallen branch and continued forward. But the forest was so dark, and there were many strange noises. "Hoo! Hoo!" An owl hooted from above. Rustle. A bush shook slightly. The duckling trembled. Is something following us?" Max sniffed the air. "Don't worry, it's probably just the wind." Lucy wasn't so sure, but they had to keep going. Chapter 3. Crossing the Rushing Stream. At last, they made it out of the forest, but in front of them was a fast-flowing stream. The rain had made the water rise high and move very quickly. The duckling hesitated. "How do we cross?" Max thought for a moment. "I have an idea." He found a big log and pushed it into the water. "We can use this as a bridge." Lucy checked the log. "It looks okay, but we have to be careful." Max went first. He carefully stepped onto the slippery log. The duckling followed, its tiny feet wobbling. Lucy went last, but just as they were almost across, splash! The log shook hard. The duckling slipped. "Oh no!" Lucy shouted. Luckily, Max quickly grabbed the duckling's wing and pulled it back up. "We did it!" Max sighed in relief as they reached the other side safely. But the rain was still falling, and they had a long way to go before reaching the duckling's home. Chapter 4. Finding Shelter. The rain poured harder. The wind howled louder. Lucy shivered. "We need to find shelter." Luckily, they spotted a small wooden hut nearby. "Quick, let's go inside," Max barked. They rushed inside, shaking the rain from their fur and feathers. The duckling was still shivering. "Will we make it home before the storm gets worse?" Max wagged his tail to reassure him. "Don't worry, we're almost there." They rested for a while, waiting for the rain to slow down, and when the wind finally calmed a little, they continued their journey. Chapter 5. Home Safe at Last. At last they saw a big lake ahead. Max wagged his tail. "We made it. This must be your home." From far away, a worried voice called out, "Duckling, where are you?" "Mama, I'm here." A large mother duck ran over and hugged her baby tight. "I was so worried. Where have you been?" The duckling told her everything, while Max and Lucy smiled. The mother duck's eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you so much. Because of you, my baby is home safe." Max wagged his tail. "It was our pleasure. We're happy to help a friend." Lucy grinned. "But now, we need to get home too. The sun will be up soon." The mother duck gave Max and Lucy a special meal of sweet corn to say thank you. And so, under the soft moonlight, Max and Lucy said goodbye to the duckling and headed back home. The storm had ended, and the sky was starting to clear. Another wonderful adventure had come to an end.